Happy pumpkin, my lovelies. Yes, this may be a video with a lot of pumpkin in it. So if you don't like pumpkin, you could probably sub out banana, I would think, but it won't be pumpkin flavored. Or applesauce unsweetened probably would work in place of the pumpkin, but I'm going for the pumpkin because it's, you know, fall, y'all. So I have my pumpkin. I got that stuff Thrive Market. I'm going to try a pumpkin cottage bun first. Now I have my cottage cheese draining. I just put a paper towel in a strainer and I'm letting it sit there to get some of the water out because I could probably use pumpkin pie spice and not put pumpkin in it, and it probably would be tasty. But I do want to put a little pumpkin in there so it's orange because, you know, I want a pumpkin that looks like pumpkin. But you'll find my pumpkin desserts. Now, they do have pumpkin pie spice, but I don't put any extra nutmeg. Some people do. Let's smell this. This is from the Amish bookstore. Doesn't smell very nutmeggy, but I always put a little extra cinnamon in. So, what flour are we going to use, Denise? What flour? Should we use regular flour? Maybe we should. Just to see, since I've never done a pumpkin before. I don't want to mess up with any kind of, you know, off flour, like gluten-free flour or oat flour. So we might just use our regular AP flour because I feel like I wouldn't on the norm make that for myself, but I feel like, oh, this is nice and dry. I love a good dry pumpkin. I will tell you, Trader Joe's organic pumpkin is too liquidy for me. That's why I don't like it. This is solid. I don't think it's coming out. It's not. That's what you like. Trader Joe's is just too thin. So get yourself a nice thick pumpkin. Like I said, you don't have to get organic. I haven't get this from Thrive. But yeah, if it was liquidy like Trader Joe's, I probably wouldn't buy it. That's one of the few things I don't like at Trader Joe's is their pumpkin. So let me get my flour, get my cottage, and let's see if we could build ourselves a cottage bun. We're actually thinking I might make the fry bread. I might think maybe a pumpkin fry bread because just because it's fry bread doesn't mean it can't be a sweet fry bread. So we might make both. Okay. I'll be right back with our ingredients. All right, we have our air fryer preheating. Let's get started. I have everything measured out. I'm wigging this as usual because having that extra liquid, I did try to dry out my cottage cheese, so we'll see how that works. So in our bowl, we have let's do our wet ingredients first. We have our 1/4 cup of cottage cheese. Like I said, try to dry it out as best I could. It looks a little bit drier. Our 1/8 cup of pumpkin. I need sweetener, don't I? I forgot my sweetener. I decided to use the Sapriva butter biscuit. I was going to use brown sugar or sugar substitute, but you know what? I got this beautiful Sapriva. Going to give me a little bit of flavor and some sweetness. So we'll do a serving of Sapriva. Love this stuff. You know I get it on Amazon. You know I love it. Butter biscuit is probably my personal favorite. Okay, let's combine that. Let's be perfect. Let's get it, you know, combined. Alrighty, we're gonna do our baking powder. About a 1/4 teaspoon. That's all. We don't really need that much. How about some salt? Oops, sorry, didn't mean to shake you. Is it coming out? Yeah, it's coming out. I'm always using the other one. Salt. Pumpkin pie spice. Probably a 1/4 teaspoon because it's not a huge one. And our cinnamon too. Where did I do my cinnamon? I like to do both. You don't have to, because there is cinnamon and pumpkin pie spice, but just a dash, not even a measurement, pretty much. All right, then we're gonna get those incorporated so they don't clump in one spot. Then we're gonna do our 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour. So we'll see. We might be able to add a little more pumpkin if she's too dry. So we're just going to play around with it. I rather up the pumpkin. I don't know, I think she's coming together perfectly for my taste. Yeah, I'm not gonna add anything else. God, that was easy. I mean, not easy, but there we go. I don't have to think too hard. Like maybe if you wanted to add a little splash of, I don't think she needs it though. I was thinking maybe maple syrup. You know, that's how I roll. I feel like that'd be really good in here. But I think she's perfect. Yep, she sticks together perfectly. Let me go grab my tray lined with parchment. All right, I have my pan, parchment. I sprayed it with nonstick spray. And we're going to just place her on there. Spray a little, forming her a little bit. Now she is a sweet pumpkin. Now you could not put the sweetener in and make it like into a bagel. I'm making her into a sweet bagel or a sweet roll. So like I said, if you didn't want sweetness, then don't put any like of sweetener in there. Perfect. Pat her down. I'm gonna put some I can't believe this butter spray on top. And I do want to top it with, I made this last year, probably with the vlog. It is a pumpkin spice sugar. I use Lakanto and pumpkin pie spice. So it's kind of like a cinnamon sugar, but it's pumpkin pie. Just right on top. Not a lot. All right, I'm gonna bake her for probably, we'll do 10 to 12 minutes, then I'll flip it over, but I'll let you know exactly how long she baked because I can't remember. It's been a little bit long time since I made a cottage bun. But we're gonna make something else while this air fries. Now we're gonna make a fry bread. I'm gonna use the same principles that I used before. 1/8 a cup of pumpkin. I'm trying to remember because I just did it like 2 seconds ago. Because I like the consistency. And I did a 1/4 cup of cottage cheese. Or is 1/4, right? Yeah. But I'm going to do a 1/4 cup of non-fat Greek yogurt. Oh, I don't want to use that spoon. And this Faye is nice and dry. So that's perfect. Do we want sweetness in this? I mean, I think I do. Anything pumpkin, I think I like sweet. Personally, I don't know. All right, so we're going to put our salt and our, the butter biscuit. Again, if you don't want it to be to me, it's pumpkin. It has to be sweet. That's just me, though. Maybe you don't want your pumpkin sweet. But again, the butter biscuit. That's in place of Lakanto, monk fruit, or sugar. So, baking powder. Same, I'm going to do the same measurements I did for the cottage bun. But we're just going to flatten it out. Right. Salt, seasoning. So, you don't need to go over that because it's the same. I'll probably have to put this on that website because I feel like pumpkin isn't on there. And it's a little bit different when you're adding pumpkin. So I'm adding less yogurt to get the pumpkin good consistency. So let's combine our wet ingredients. It doesn't look good. I use the same bowl, in case you're wondering. And then we put a 1/3 cup of flour, all-purpose. Yeah, I don't use self-rising. I don't know why I don't. I never did. I just made my own self-rising. So, let me watch. Come on. I just felt like it was always just to have more, of that around. I just did not have the space for it. So, plus you can make your own. I'm going to have to wait to put this in the air fryer because I don't want to put it in while the cottage bun is in there. Because, first of all, I don't have enough room. Plus, I need the whole pan because this spreads out, so she won't have enough room. Okay, but that comes together perfectly. See, 2-ingredient dough is a pain in the butt, but I always suggest you just don't play with it. There. Okay, well, this is going to sit and rest while we wait for our cottage bun to get done. And then I'm going to show you how easily I press it out. And now she comes the other. So I'm going to put this. Let me clean up. I have my timer on, so I will come back with the cottage bun. I know we're excited, aren't we? I want to show you how I make my own refresher at home. I have a glass full of ice. I have fresh brewed green tea. And I have this. I got this at my regular grocery store. This is the Langer's 5-calorie, no sugar added Mungo Mango juice. It is 5 calories a serving. I think a serving might be 1 point. I will let you know. Let's shake it up. They have a few different flavors, but this is what I like in my green tea. But you just go. I do 3/4 green tea and 1/4. So I'm not even using a full serving because it's really strong. I mean, it sweetens it, gives it a fruity taste, and you spent less than 5 calories because the 5 calories is for 8 ounces. We didn't have 8 ounces, so it would be a 0 point. But there you go. You don't have to go to Dunkin' to get a refresher. You can make your own at home. Caffeine, fruitiness, get you going. So check out regular grocery store in the juice aisle. They have a few different flavors. Did they tell you here what other flavors they have? Oh, they do. I can't read them. But there you go. They have all these. Dollar Store has this type of juice as well. It's kind of hit or miss what flavors they have. I did just get an apple because I like using that apple juice with chai tea and make a cider, which is chai tea and apple cider, but we don't use apple. So we use apple juice. Works for me. So it's absolutely delicious. But there you go. What I love is you don't have to go to Dunkin' to get a fun refresher. And think about how economically cheaper it is to do it at home. This I think was on sale for $2.50. And then my tea is pennies. So you could have several refreshers for what you probably pay for one at Dunkin'. I know. I just like going. But yeah, definitely beneficial to use it at home. So I just wanted to share that little, I've talked about it before, but last week I made the Alani Nu cider because I couldn't drink it straight. And I thought, ooh, let's add it to a chai tea and just use some of it. Chef's kiss perfection. So you got double the caffeine. That's all good for me. So I'm going to go. We still have a few more minutes before I have to check on my bun. It's not going to be done. I like to flip it and respray it, but I will show you when it's done. So the first, I put on 12 minutes is up. So we'll see how long she takes the second. Wait, I thought I'd bring the parchment over here and we can just lay it on here and then I'll just flip it on the pan. So we have our parchment paper. I always like to spray it because I feel like it helps. And then we're going to put our 2-ingredient dough. This is for our flat toast, I like to call it. So I leave it in a bowl, and then I grab some saran wrap. This is what makes life so much easier. All right, you grab a piece, and you place it on top, and you just press. The desired thickness you want your toast to be. I like it pretty thin. Push it from the inside to the out, and then I kind of make it, to make those edges a little bit nice. Sure she's even all around. There you go. Voila. Your flatbread is ready. Yes, I will spray her with, I can't believe it's not butter, but I left over by the toaster. But yes, she's ready to go in. Now, of course, she takes less time because she's thin. So everything I said, I will have the cooked time is probably going to be the same as it is for the regular toast. I like calling it toast because literally it tastes like a good piece of bread. Best bread. Like I said, you can make it gluten-free. You can use gluten-free flour. You can use oat flour, any kind of thing. So you would make this a gluten-free piece of bread for you. And let me tell you something, way better than any gluten-free bread out there on the market. Put my lid on. Gluten-free bread is probably is horrific. It's bad. It's bad. But like I said, you can make yourself a 2-ingredient one and it's tasty. And it's not expensive as trying to buy, oh my God, there's this one. I can't remember the name. Oh God, it was Carb Knot. I got it on Thrive. No, it wasn't on Thrive. It was on Nutrition. It's called Carb Knot. Now I've seen it at Aldi recently. It is the worst bread in the world. Oh, and they charge you an arm and a leg for it. And it's just terrible. Oh. There's that brand in the regular grocery store. They sell rolls. They always sell like, they're decent. The name escapes me, but it'll pop into my head. It's the most popular one. Chars, something like that. Why am I escaping me? But they're decent. So, oh, by the way, I had the Trader Joe's tagliatelle, which is gluten-free tagliatelle. They sell in the stores in little bundles. Probably one of the best gluten-free pastas I've had, because I don't really like gluten-free pasta. But that one was good. I actually will repurchase that. They sell it, and I'm sure they still do. It came in a pack of, I think you got little nests of tagliatelle. There were, I think, like maybe 8 or 6. I don't remember. But you cook them all up, and then it was probably, even Steve said he thought it was good. Peter didn't care for it. But it was tasty. So, all right, we're going to go grab our cottage bun, throw our flatbread in the oven. I know, it's a lot. Try being me doing this. I know watching is probably like, oh, Denise, I cannot follow what you're doing. Now, if you wanted, you could put some of this cinnamon. Maybe we should. Well, let me go Sprite, and I'll throw some little cinnamon pumpkin sugar. I don't know what they would call it, but yeah, I'll throw that on top. I'll go get that out, and I'll be back. I just took our cottage bun out of the oven. Smells good. Now, could you make this a savory one? You could, even with the toast. You don't have to put the sweetener in. To me, pumpkin and sweetness just go together. But we have that Laughing Cow pumpkin cheese to try too. I'm not sure. I can't eat both of these things today. I might just taste them and then wrap them up because I can't eat that much today. But we're going to let this cool. And then our flatbread is in there cooking as we speak. I put it in for 10 minutes. We'll see. I don't think she's going to need much more than that. I might just flip her over just to get the other side a little bit brown. But everything is always on dishwithd.com for any of these. You know, like I said, I just am improving my own recipe. Kind of, you know. Maybe I'll put it in the cottage bun as another, like, I try to put it in the same direction, like on the next, let's say, like, variation. So you can just sit there and make a pumpkin variation. I might even have one. I should have looked. Imagine if I had one, I didn't look, and I made it a little bit different. Would you be shocked? I wouldn't. But, okay. I'm going to see. We'll be right back. While we wait for our toast to get done, I wanted to share with you. I think I was supposed to do it the other day, and I forgot. What I got at the Coffee and Chocolate Expo. They more than coffee and chocolate. So I got this Laura's Raw Honey, whipped honey with chai. I tasted it was delicious. I thought, I like chai spices, so what a fun honey. They had lemon, they had lavender, and I think they had cinnamon. Part of me thinks I probably should have got the cinnamon. It's a little more versatile, but I went with the chai. Boozy pearls, like boba, but they're infused with vodka. I know. I don't know, and I got the flavor lychee. I thought a tablespoon or so in an iced tea or a lemonade on it, you know, when you're having a Sunday, like little adult beverage. I got it for Steve and I. Like, I'm not going to drink all this. But I thought, how fun. He could put it in his martinis and stuff. I know. It was an impulse buy. And I got some tea. This is a brand from, I think they're from India. They didn't, you know, this is cardamom, cinnamon. It is called, what's it called? Chocolate and mint chai. Now it's unsweetened cocoa, black tea, cardamom, cinnamon, and mint. This was fantastic. And this was so pricey. I'm not going to tell you what I spent for it. But it was just different. I've seen chocolate chai. I don't know if I've seen mint chai, but I've never seen chocolate mint chai. And it was fantastic. So yes, another impulse buy. Shock. But these are the fun things I got at the X. It was fun. There were a lot of other things in coffee and chocolate. But yes, this is what I got. But yeah, total, this one was probably the thing I probably shouldn't have gotten. But it just was like, I thought, I could think it would be so good in a tea. And you don't need a lot. Like I said, you don't need a lot. You could probably even do like half a tablespoon. But yeah. Don't worry, Steve will take care of that. I don't have to worry. So, we have 5 minutes left on our toast. Did I mention in a previous vlog? I apologize if I did. I feel like I forgot to say it. I don't remember. But I was at the Dollar Tree, wasting time waiting for Steve to come. He was doing a little service at the Amish market. But I found this crunchy chili onion for $1.25. You know, I'm so good favorite with my, my Jing, which is a little pricey. But I thought, you know what, for $1.25, I'm willing to try this. So I was excited to see that. They had a lot of good finds. It was a new Dollar Tree. I had a lot of new things I didn't say. I got the boys' socks, which I don't know what happened to them. I think Steve must have hid them. I got them stocking stuffer socks. Like Marvel, Patrick got Toy Story. I think Peter got Marvel too. $1.25. You know what? You're not going to find $1.25 socks in the regular store. Or were they $1.50? Even if they were $1.50, they were still worth it. Even if they were $2, they would have been worth it. But I had to put a fun sock in their stockings. So Steve's like, you're starting already? I'm like, it's the end of September. You got to start. Christmas Club would be coming home. I think another week I'll get my Christmas Club check. So it's time to shop. Right? Still waiting for the toast. God, is that the longest 10 minutes? Or is it me? I don't know. The longest 10 minutes, I feel like. Maybe I've had too much caffeine already today. I need to get pumped. All right, there's nobody home. I actually couldn't have the house to myself for at least an hour. Peter will be back in about an hour. But yes, it's so nice to have Timmy's not here. Patrick's not here. Peter's not here. Steve's not here. I'm having a very hard time filming lately. I don't know if you realize so I film a lot in my car. It's private. Like, dear Lord, I try to work from home and everybody's home. Yes. Like I said, I do respect their privacy. They don't want to be involved in YouTube, and I don't blame them. So some days I don't want to be involved in YouTube. Oh, there's so many days I just want to quit social media completely. I do. I think about it every day. Like, why am I involved in social media? It's just a hateful place. There's so much hate on there. I can't. So there's days I would just be like, yeah, it's time to wrap things up. Oh, every day I think about it. I do. So put that out there. I do think about not quitting weight loss, but quitting social media. Oh, anyway, I have a meeting at church. Well, I have plenty of time, but we need to, she's so pretty. Look how fluffy she is. I mean, come on. She definitely smells pumpkin. Definitely has that fall smell. You could even like do an apple one with apple sauce and put little pieces of apple in it. Ooh, that would be really good too. We'll have to do one because, it's fall and you got to have all that fall seasonal fruit and spices. And I do have actually, which I think is a good investment if you ever see it, is apple pie spice. Kind of like pumpkin pie spice. They have apple pie. It's so worth it. You can make your own. You could, but why? When they've done it for you. And I would say if you have an Amish store, they always have it. See, I have that, so but you could probably, I'm sure Walmart probably has apple pie spice, and they have a pretty good spice section, Walmart, I will say, pretty affordable. But yeah, if you see it, invest in apple pie spice. It will last you a while, and because it's potent, I think, but it's definitely worth the money. I never knew they had it. I'm like, they have apple pie spice. Yeah, they do. But we need to make a pumpkin donut, maybe tomorrow. I think I've already made a pumpkin donut, though. We'll see if they can come up with a new pumpkin. Maybe a pumpkin crunch donut or something. All right, I gotta go check on my toast. Yes, she is here. If you didn't see the other vlog from Wednesday, I got the pumpkin spice Laughing Cow. Now, I'm going to tell you, I couldn't find it. My store moved all their Laughing Cow to the pasta section, where the Parmesan cheese, the shelf-stable one is. I don't know, they used to keep it in the fridge. Now, it does say refrigerate after purchase. Doesn't make any sense to me, but that's what it says. I probably wouldn't show it to you. Even Peter goes, says refrigerate after purchase, and that's what it says. Yeah, right here. You see that? Yeah. Refrigerate after purchase. Okay, this is good till, oh, it's not good till January. Okay. 2 grams of protein for this little wedge? I didn't know that. Okay, Laughing Cow. You're pretty good. Little orange around our cow. Let's see if the cheese is orange. We should try it without anything before we try it on the thing. Where's the, oh, here it is. Okay. She's like brown. Well, like a cinnamon color would be the color I would call it. Yes. So there she is. You see her? So let's taste her with nothing because I don't need her. I can't taste her if I don't know what she tastes like. I mean, you know, she's going to pick up the taste of the buns. Oh, comes in, it's like real creamy, and then boom. Oh yeah, pumpkin spice. A little hard on the nutmeg, but I think I can live with it because I think once it's spread, it won't be as concentrated. But I'm not hating on that. I am not hating on that at all. It is 25 calories for one wedge and 2 grams of protein. Who knew? I didn't know. All right, let's check on our toast. All right, I baked her a little longer because I wanted her to get crispy. I think she's not getting as crispy quickly enough because of the pumpkin. But I did put in there, it was 10 minutes, flipped in another 10 minutes. But let me show you, she's very hot. I always say she, and I'm not sure why I do that, but I do. But here she is at that piece of toast. I'm sorry. That's excellent. Now, I believe I used the same measurements as I did for the bun. So we have a bun and a piece of toast. It's just flattened. Well, yogurt versus cottage cheese. I will say cottage cheese does make it a little bit fluffier and gives it a little creamier because it's cheese. So yeah, that's the difference. You know, sometimes Denise just doesn't always get it. So we'll let this cool a little bit. And I'm hoping the cooling process will crisp her up even more because it usually does. But anyway, let's try the cottage bun because she's pretty much, get this tray out of the way. Okay. Go. Have our knife. Now, I prefer my cottage bun like a bun, but if you want to make her into a bagel sandwich, you could. I always suggest that she probably needs a little bit more toasting. She's cooked, but to me, you want that crispy little outer. Oh, look at this. Look at that. Oh, I mean, she is fluffy. Oh. Now, if I whipped it, you wouldn't get these little globs of cheese. It doesn't bother me, but if it bothers you, then you should definitely whip your cottage cheese or buy it whipped. Let's put a little of this Laughing Cow right on that corner. Now, she's really good. What I would love, maybe a little maple in here would go really good too. Or put a little maple syrup on it. I'm not opposed to that. Am I? Dare I get it? Just a little smidge, because I just want to taste it. There we go. A little bit of that. Maybe a little maple extract in here would probably be good. I might put that on the website when I do the variation. Say, hey, I think a little maple extract would be good in there. But I kind of like the maple syrup on top. She's really good. Look at that. She is fluffy and delicious, as she should be. So we'll let this cool a little bit because, like I said, I believe when it cools, it gets a little bit more crispier. But these are, like I said, I like them sweet pumpkin, but you could leave out the sweetener and the butter biscuit just. You could leave out any sweetener and make it just, but I feel like the pumpkin needs a little something. I mean, then again, I don't know. But I would not want an egg on a pumpkin anything, personally. But you might be like, oh my God, I'm all about the egg. I personally would not like an egg sandwich on anything pumpkin. You could do different jams or jellies or peanut butter. Now we're talking peanut butter would go fantastic on this. And I'm not opposed to peanut butter on a bagel. So use your like powdered peanut butter, use your American Dream butter, use your regular peanut butter. Almond butter, cashew butter, anything. Make a nice, really good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Like I said, the opportunities are endless for what you can make. Yeah, she's not going to... I mean, she's slightly crispy, not as crispy as I would have wanted. But, I mean, she's a standard piece of bread, though. A little cool, a little bit more. I feel like she might, But I'm going to go have a little bit more, and we'll come back and we'll taste our toast. Can I reiterate how light and fluffy she is? It's so much better than anything you can buy, in my opinion. Just needed to say that. It was just brought to my attention. I thought I'd share it here. Is Devotion blueberry. If you're a fan of the blueberry, they now sell it in the 2-pound bag. You can still get 2-pack sample packs, or I think you can get a set of 10 or 12 packs. They just restocked it. Apparently it's very successful. I'm just not a blueberry lover, so it wouldn't be something I'd buy. But I know a lot of people love this, so I wanted to just let you know that it is back in stock if it was one that you really enjoyed. I always have it linked in my description box with 10% off from Devotion. So I just wanted to let you know that because, like I said, I know a lot of people don't get their stuff or don't hear about it, but they let us know that it's now back in stock and you get it in a 2-pound bag. There you go. For the blueberry lovers out there, make your own blueberry pancakes with protein. Blueberry breads, blueberry muffins. They have... I will tell you, if you go to their website where you order, where you order, I should say, they have a section for recipes with their protein powder. So if you have these and you're like, what am I doing with these? Go to that website and check out all the recipes there. You'll be able to make some fancy bake stuff and use up your powder and get your protein in as you should. Alrighty. Our crisp fry bread. Now, like I said, I think she's not as crispy because she has the pumpkin in there. But I'm fine. She's still a piece of bread, in my opinion. So let's put some Laughing Cow cheese, the pumpkin spice, and see how she tastes. I'm enjoying this. How about some maple syrup on top? This is a dirty job, but I take it for the team. Delicious. And she's crispy. I mean, she's pretty crispy. I'm a little shocked as crispy she is. You could say. I did put it back in the toaster just to toast it. It's a little bit more. You can see she's nice and crunchy now. But the center is still a little soft. But like I said, the pumpkin, look at inside that. I mean, you could make this a dessert. Like you could put anything you want on top. You could put more pumpkin or like a cheesecakey-ish. You make a little cheesecake situation, put it on top. Nut butter would be good on here too, because why not? They could put a fun dessert. But anyway, I think it's a success. I mean, I will tell you, I wouldn't buy this again. It's okay. I mean, again, it was good. Would I buy it? That's the thing. What is it worth the $4 and change? No. Could I get my regular Laughing Cow and probably put a little pumpkin pie spice in there? Probably. Maybe mix a little bit of pumpkin. You can do it yourself. So, but it was fun to get. I would definitely say if you like pumpkin spice, you should just try it. But it's not something I think is, worth that kind of money. Like, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing I've ever eaten. No, it's not. It's okay. But it would be fun. What I would enjoy is get some whipped cottage cheese, or cottage cheese is already whipped, or whip it yourself. Add some pumpkin pie spice, a little pumpkin in there. It's delicious. I'm telling you, I know. I don't make a lot of things. I don't, because I don't feel like wasting my time. But some things I think don't take that much time and are probably, you can make a lot of it and it would be probably good. But this was a success. I am pleased. I was a little bit worried that it wouldn't pan out, but it did. So guys at the live, you know, you guys rocked it. You gave me inspo. So this is for you. So I'm going to take a photo. So my photo's going to have, I forgot to take it before. So maybe we'll go like this. You don't notice it, right? Okay. Don't tell my secrets though. All right, my lovelies, there you go. Well, that is it. Forgot to say goodbye in this video. So we're editing and we'll just say it now. So thank you for watching. If you enjoy these recipes, they are on dishwithdee.com. I did reload it in there. So it should be the next recipe when you log in. So yeah, I called it like I combined it into one. My pumpkin lovers out there, I gotcha. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment below if you think you want to try these. If you are new here, not yet, hit that subscribe button. Join us here at Dish with Dee, where she vlogs in her pajamas sometimes. Join us here. It's a very laid back atmosphere. So welcome to my corner of the internet. I will see you in a video very soon. Thanks for watching.